two things, two questions. Number one, what did you see that impressed you the most is the first question. And the second question is, what did God show you that you feel like has made I won't say impression, has begun to change you?
Yeah, I think, what did I see? I saw people that are just like us. I saw a lot more similarities than I did differences.
Mm,
And I saw, people in different stages, dealing with different histories of the way that they've dealt, the last couple of years. But I've seen, I saw like enthusiasm. I saw willingness to cooperate with different people. So there was an openness that I was not quite sure that I would see there. Um, and yeah, willingness to keep talking. So that was definitely another thing. And you always see things go wrong, right? I mean, it's just part of life. So how people deal with things, and I just saw, like, God's protection everywhere through things that go wrong. So I definitely felt God leading me through this time. There were some experiences that I had that were not specifically BAM, but were faith-based, because of seeing these holy places that were holy for others and not holy for us, where I felt that I was praying heavily for God's protection, and He was there. That was a big area for me. And what God showed me is to keep going. That what's next for me in the kingdom is walking somewhere towards this path, and that He will guide and lead me to different opportunities that will start to solidify this path of being able to help into the Eastern Europe and Balkan area. I'd like to go back fairly soon. So I would love to, figure out, how to get some support, both in costs and in, an actual organization or, support group type thing that, would not necessarily just fund me, but, be part of this and start seeing some opportunities there for themselves or for the organization. And then also to be able to come alongside some of the businesses that I met in ways that might help them grow.
that's beautiful. Just as you're talking, Sandra, I'm thinking about years ago. I was in Indonesia, and I remember asking many of the Indonesian Christians how they came to Christ, how they grew. And the answer that so many of them talked about had gone back 30, 40 years of one person who lived in the Philippines. He actually worked with the navigators, but he was a business person. And he would go occasionally to Indonesia. And on his visits, he would just do what you did, and he would have the opportunity, not forcing it, but to share the gospel. And people came to Christ. And it's not what I mean. People have been coming to Christ for several hundred years there, but this was a major impact. One person going on his own to spend a little time, a couple times a year in Indonesia, made a huge, huge impact.
I mean, even in just marketing, we say that we drip on the customers, right? So the drip is what's important. It's our role to do the drip. It's not necessarily right. One drip, two drip, three
Yep.
drip.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. And, whether we're that ultimate person at the end or not, it's all God moving, and He very well may use somebody else for the other parts.
Paul said some plant, some water, some reap. Now I'm going to add drip into that.
Yep.
So, some of us just drip, but it's okay. It's all part of God's plan, and I love it. All right, so guys, first of all, thank you, Sandra. I'm going to come back and give you the last word here in a minute. But this is Sandra Lynn, marketing strategist, focusing on messaging. Really has given us something to think about in terms of new ways, perhaps always reconvene to go see and be a part of what God's doing in other places. I love it. All of her contact information will be in the show notes. So please, if you need marketing support, if you need marketing strategy, but also if you want to learn more about the trip, I know Sandra well enough to know that she's like, hey, call me. I'll talk to you. Email me. I mean, she's a very open person who I've had the privilege of knowing for several years and really have enjoyed. So again, Sandra, thank you. Last word before I just say goodbye is yours. What would you say to the listeners, just from your heart, from your experience, from your trip?
I would encourage everybody to take that step that they might be thinking about that God kind of placed there. Just take the step. It doesn't matter. I mean, if you can't take the trip because of something that you might be thinking about, then work on an itinerary. That's where I started. Start connecting with people in whatever area that is on your heart. Just take those baby steps because you will be led to the rest of the way.
Beautiful, beautiful. Sandra, thanks so much for being with us. It's great to see you as always, and I really appreciate what you share with the listeners.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, anybody reach me. Absolutely. Happy to talk about it, any part of this.
Fantastic. Sandra Lynn, marketing strategist, world missions expert. There you have it.